You've got a band and you're really good, but you just can't get any gigs. I want to show you how we just shot our latest showreel on a budget and how you can too.
You're simply the best, better than all the rest.
It's really hard to book gigs on the back of, trust me, we're sick, without anything to actually back that up. My original band, Neon After Sunset, have only just started to play out live, and we've been writing and recording for about a year now, just because we had no proof that we were real. Right now, my business, Clearline Events Group, is putting a major focus into our entertainment agency, Clearline Entertainment. And for that, we needed some high quality promotional content to show our potential clients. So what to prep? Step 1, clothes. So what we found playing as a cover band for 5 or 6 years now is that we tend to attract the same kind of clients because of how we dress. We sound great, but because we've dressed in t-shirt and jeans and kind of that rock and roll aesthetic, that is the kind of demographic we tend to book, which has been super fun and will continue to do so. But as we're expanding into a more corporate and wedding demographic, our visuals need to match. This doesn't need to be expensive, but it does need to be cohesive. We took a band trip to the local shopping center, we picked out some matching outfits, and it really tied the band together.
I love it when you... That's not right. I love it. I love it when you say small.
Step 2, location, location, location. This one is maybe the most important part. We picked out a gorgeous studio location in Melbourne called Bakehouse Studios. This was probably the most expensive part of the shoot, coming in at $700. You can probably find other locations that will do the job. Just bear in mind the most important part here is your lighting. Now, I'm not a lighting expert. All we did was bring a couple of cheap soft boxes from Amazon. We put a couple of stage lights at the back for some ambience. And you'll notice the location actually had these lamps that looked amazing. So an op shop visit or a garage sale should definitely get you in the ballpark here. Okay, now the actual recording. We shot the main camera angle on my Canon R6 II, which I admit is an expensive camera that not everyone's going to have laying around. But we also put up a couple of iPhones around the room, and I will admit they were scarily good. I won't bore you with the camera nerd stuff, but just a quick tip. Because iPhone can shoot in 4K, for a 1080p video, you can actually zoom in about 2x without any issues in camera quality. That gives you room for panning or cropping or even adding a subtle camera shake to make it seem like there was a camera operator behind the iPhone rather than it just sitting on a static tripod. So put up a couple of iPhones around the room because more camera angles equals more good. We also did take a quick trip to Bunnings before we headed to the location as well because, look, I didn't want to buy an expensive camera moving track, so we made one. I bought a cheap trestle table, a tiny little dolly, and a cheap piece of MDF board to keep on the trestle table stable, and the shots came out super smooth.
How it happened, we took the floor and she said, don't you dare look back, just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said shut up.
For the audio, I used our Behringer wing rack, which we use live as our mixer, just because it does do multiple outputs for your recording. I do recommend getting clean audio where possible, just because for the showreel, the camera audio is not going to cut it. So, some cheaper ways you could do this if you didn't have a large mixer to take on location or any way to record on premises would be to record all your instruments beforehand and then record your video takes along with the pre-recorded tracks, just like you are making a music video. Otherwise, I've had success making friends with the house engineers when we've gone to play gigs and asking them really nicely for the multi-track recording off the board. Now, your mileage might vary, but I do find that a nice bottle of whiskey can help with this one. Okay, for the editing. So for the audio, I mixed it in Logic Pro. This doesn't have to be the DAW that you use. You can use GarageBand or Reaper or any other free software as well if you don't have a DAW that you already use. Now for the video, I use DaVinci Resolve. Now this is a free software. Don't let the idea that it's free though stop you from thinking that it's any less than. This is incredibly powerful software because it's so powerful for color grading as well. It really helped me being able to make sure the iPhone and the Canon looked close enough, to the best of my ability that it didn't look wildly different. And so that's kind of it. Look, at the heart of it, just make sure your band is rehearsed. You can't make a bad band sound good, but you can make a good band look good with very minimal gear. That was a bit of a tongue twister, but seriously, even just one camera, a couple of cheap lights, and a pretty location, and you're all wearing something that kind of looks in the ballpark like you look like what you're supposed to look like, and you've got yourself a showreel. Thank you guys for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Please hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already, and keep track of the journey as we grow Clearline Events Group, continue to push, continue to follow my dreams. As cheesy as it is, I'm super keen, super excited to make this all happen, and appreciate you guys following along the journey as well. We'll catch you next time. Cheers.
Oh, this night would last